When it comes to Gunsmith, I think we all can agree that it's been the main selling point of the last 3 Call of Duty games. In fact, I think I will forever refer to MW 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard as the Gunsmith era. After seeing how Gunsmith has evolved and changed over the last 3 titles, I think we've all been pretty excited to hear about what Modern Warfare 2's is going to be like, and while we don't have any official information, we do have some mock-ups made up by Exclusive Ace that shed some light as to how Infinity Ward is planning to create their Gunsmith system. And this should be pretty simple. I'm just going to be going over the information we have. I know it's more second-party information, I'm sorry, but Activision refuses to fly me out to things, so I'm here just chatting about the system. So here's the screenshot that Exclusive Ace provided. So essentially, Gunsmith in Modern Warfare 2 from Ace's mockup. This is obviously not an official image, and I do recommend you watch Exclusive Ace's video, but it looks like we have a system that takes the concept of Vanguard, where you build your gun from the ground up, but still requiring trade-offs because there is an attachment limit. So you pick your 4 main weapon parts, your barrel, magazine, receiver, and stock, and those are essentially free. You just have to pick them to build the gun into exactly what you want it to be. It's sort of the cheese sauce and crust of the pizza, and then the attachments are the toppings, and you can only have up to 3. Now, apparently they might go above 3. They're not gonna go obviously 8 or 10, but they might go to like 4 attachments. I think Modern Warzone tweeted about that. I could be wrong, I couldn't find the tweet. It's kind of late at night, but I did hear rumblings that there's gonna be more than 3 attachments, so just, don't take any of these numbers too seriously. Again, this is a mock-up, but I wanted to share my thoughts on this. This is awesome. That's the thought. I actually really like the idea that I can build every gun, but then I'm sort of limited as to what attachments I can use. I like that. That's a fun combination. If I want to build my MP5 into an MP5 SD or an MP5K or something like that, I will probably be able to do that with the weapon parts, but then if I want a suppressor, a holographic sight, if I want a laser, those are the things I have to pick and choose. So I get to have my cake and eat it too. I get to build my gun freely, but then I also get the fun pick and choose game of, a limited set of attachments on top of it. And that's so smart. Now, we have to get into what's a little less smart and a little bit more confusing. This is another mock-up by Exclusive Ace where he essentially showed that we're going to be able to tweak our attachments with sliders. Now, I don't think these are gonna be free range sliders where, you have like 1,000 different increments on them. I imagine there'll be 4 or 3 point sliders, maybe even just 2 point sliders, where you can just basically shorten the barrel or lengthen it, or you can make it heavier or lighter. Maybe with optics, you can have them farther away on the gun or up close, depending on what the top rail allows. Maybe you can have them up higher. You can have your stock fully extended, or you can have your stock closed in a little bit. I don't mind this. This would allow them to cut a lot of the fat out of the game, where you could just have 4 barrels per gun, but each barrel can be a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier, probably by 1 or 2 notches on some sort of simplistic slider system. Maybe it's only increments of 5%, so if you want to be 5% faster but 5% less accurate, then you could do something like that. Also, Exclusive Ace found that there was a go to fire range button, and that's awesome, because for all this testing and tweaking and tuning we're going to be doing, I gotta be able to hop into a firing range and actually play with shit. It would also be really cool if they allowed for on-the-fly class changing in private matches. That would be awesome for testing. But I also hope we do get to see the return of the detailed statistics page that we got in Cold War and Vanguard, because the ability to have 4 parts and 3 attachments, that's kind of complicated. Especially when you add on that certain attachments are gonna have sliders where I can make them again heavier or lighter, or longer or shorter. We don't exactly know. This is all preliminary information and it's subject to change, but I really hope we get a detailed statistics page, which shouldn't be too hard because I believe those pages pulled directly from the game code, so it should just show you your changes and number values pretty easily. Now, my fears about this is that it's going to be too complicated. They're going to mess this up somehow, have too much bloat in either the parts or attachments category. It's going to be awkward combining different attachments and different parts, and then the ability to tune things and make things, again, longer, shorter, heavier, lighter, stuff like that. I feel like this could get really complicated. Now, for a 2-year Call of Duty, I wouldn't mind this because a more complicated in-depth system with a lot more fine-tuning makes sense when the game's going to be a larger part of my life for the next couple of years. If it's a 1-year COD, I feel like it's just going to be one of those experiments that the franchise does that we never see reoccur again, because I don't think anybody's going to be too involved and excited to just be finely tuning their barrels all the time. And even in a 2-year COD, you know, subjectively it would work for me there, but I think objectively nobody's really going to care about, you know, fine tuning their barrels and things no matter how long the game's life cycle is. I would not be surprised if the attachment tuning feature is either radically reworked or removed altogether. I feel like it's gonna be really frustrating to get like recommended classes for my subscribers if they have to tell me, you know, oh, pick this barrel and then, you know, do 1 notch towards heavy and then 1 notch towards long. It's like, that's just so much for people to keep in their heads all the time. So I kind of hope it's just toggles, like you pick this barrel because it has this feature that you like, but then you go heavy or light, long or short, and that's it. Because then you could just say short integrated suppressor, long integrated suppressor, heavy long barrel, light long barrel, something like that, instead of, again, fine tuning. So hopefully it's in the game to add depth and not in the game to add frustration. Now, to end this video off, I just want to say I love this concept, but that's all it is right now. It's a concept that is subject to change and is probably going to go through a lot of tweaking and overhauling, and we don't have a ton of concrete information. Really hoping for a firing range, really hoping for detailed stats, and I really like the concept here. So that's basically that. Now a little channel update. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading a lot. I've been going through a little bit of stuff in my personal life, and I will be back to normal soon, I think. In the meantime, I'm probably not going to have a ton of energy to upload videos, so any support you guys can give me, whether a like or a share, or just clicking on the videos on screen here at the end of this video would really help me in the algorithm. I'm really excited for Modern Warfare 2, and I have some more things I want to complain about with Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042. I also have a Call of Duty video about what I think Call of Duty's main mission should be as a franchise gameplay-wise, and I want to work on that. I want to do those videos correctly. I also now currently have 2 sponsors on the channel, Into the AM and eWin Racing. There are links down below if you guys want to go check those things out, and yeah, that's basically it for this video. I know it's kind of messy, it's short, it's boring, and this last minute has been me rambling, but I just wanted to fill you guys in for those of you that care. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out, watching this little video, and if you made it to this point, you're awesome, I guess. See ya.